money still chasing the mill. Wasn't lucky, I've been in the field. Got money still chasing the mill. Wasn't lucky, I've been in the field.
Welcome to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie. I'm here with Rapz.
Yo, what's going on, people? Another Monday night, another 10 p.m., 91.3 FM, WVKR.
Big Hipsy Independent Radio. It's In the Field Radio.
You know it. What's good with you, though? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. I went to a listening party for Mister Kordzz at Gallery 40.
That looked lit. Was it like a, well, I know you said a listening party, but it looked like it was like a silent disco?
Yeah, they did the silent party approach. So because it was at a gallery and there was two establishments on either side, they didn't want to have the noise issue, the hip hop issue, the stigma attached to it. So they did a silent listening party.
That's like an amazing way to pivot.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yo, we're about to throw a literal rap listening party / performance, and like it's gonna be silent. Yeah.
So they had the DJ. So when everybody got there, they had like a little cocktail reception part of it, and they served wine. It was a little classy event. Everybody was dressed up. It was nice. And they had the DJ spinning on one channel. They had the album playing on another channel. And I forget what was on the third channel. And then when they got to it, everybody went to the DJ channel. And so they gave their little updates or whatever. And that's the channel that everybody performed on.
Oh, man. All right. Yo, that sounds dope.
Yeah, that's a dope concept, right?
Give the people some options until it's time to, to get to what we all came for.
Yeah, yep. It was pretty cool. It was a neat concept and it was really cool. So they had Mister Kordzz performed a couple of his tracks off the album. Crooner performed. Ice the God obviously shook the building. You know how he comes through the walking movie. It was the whole thing. So, and then they had Maya the Muse performed and Aja performed and Dash. So it was the whole cut from a different Kente. It was their record label. So it was all their artists that performed.
All right, so they all belong to the same collective.
Yes. Yep.
That's dope. So listen, we got plenty of music in the past week. We got plenty of music news in the past week. Have you heard any of these albums that came out?
I'm not gonna lie. Did I listen to anything? No, because I listened to some new dancehall that came out, and that was about it.
So that was your vibe for the weekend.
Yeah, I didn't listen to like anything new that came out, but I forget what. There was something that came to the email that I was like, oh man, I gotta listen to this. And then I have worked straight through this whole weekend and I haven't had a chance to listen to anything new.
I feel you. So I probably first want to get to it because I love full circle moments like this. I love when we talk about something that's about to happen and it actually happens. Too many things get derailed sometimes. But that Freddie Gibbs Alchemist album, Alfredo 2 dropped. The single is 1995. Have you gotten a chance to listen to any of that?
No, not yet. That's high on my list.
Dope project. It picks up right where the first one left off. There's no change in mood and any of that, man. It's definitely dope. Fire beats from Alchemist, of course. Smooth, rugged wordplay from Freddie Gibbs, man. Definitely a dope listen. Y'all need to go check that out.
I heard good things. The internet Alfredo reception was really good.
Oh yeah, and I think right now we're in a moment in time where like that style of rap is just more prevalent than it's been in the past few years. Like right now we're seeing with like the Clips and how their album is performed and things like that and the noises that's been making. So I think that when everything kind of hits at the same time, it creates this moment or this chapter in the year. So definitely dope to see. Tyler the Creator, speaking of Clips, because Clips was featured on this, Tyler the Creator dropped a surprise album over the weekend on Friday. This is a 10-track album. The title is called Don't Tap the Glass. Did you get a chance to listen to any of that? I know the video's been going crazy. He's dressed up like a b-boy. If you see him on any of the artworks, big dookie rope chain, the glasses, all of that.
No, I didn't listen to any of it, but I've been following the rollout with the surprise performances, and he did the New York, and he did the LA, and he's been doing a bunch of that stuff. So he had a dope rollout for that.
So Tyler the Creator, like for these past few albums, whether it be like the Igor or like all of these other albums, like super conceptual.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like we watch artists take on personas at times, and I guess like, you know, not to kick anybody while they down, but I guess like Drake would probably be like one of the better examples.
Oh, that's what I did check out. Did you see Drake's? He had the little streaming thing that dropped with the record with Central C. That I did check that out.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that song at all, you know, and I felt like this was what was needed. You know what I mean?
I wasn't mad at the visual either.
What did I miss was like, that was cool, but like, bro, just get back to making joints that ain't got nothing to do with what the hell happened to you in the past year. I feel like that's always your best bet.
Well, the visual, the whole concept with the visual too kind of reminded me of Drake getting kind of back into his acting bag, and I've been wanting to see that for a while. So this, I felt like kind of gave us a taste of that.
I got a hot take, and I'm sure I've said it before, but I might as well say it again. I think Aubrey Drake Graham is one of the best actors our generation has ever seen, and his best character to date
is Drake.
Has been Drake.
1,000%. 1,000%.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't, not to get too quick off the title of the creator, but super conceptual. He definitely encompassed this character, and yeah, Don't Tap the Glass. Make sure y'all check that out. Let me know what y'all think. Send us a little message. You know what I mean? What y'all rate it, something like that. But yeah, I did check the Drake single. I didn't see the stream, but you know, I'm not mad at this song at all. You know, and Central CEO, he's kind of, you know, he's like I don't know. You know, like how Bad Bunny does certain stuff for you. If you do a song with him, there's a certain region of the world that probably wasn't listening to you before, but they are now. I think doing joints with Central C just like super boosts you in the UK. But it also makes me want to call back to Drake saying last week that the UK rappers are better than any other rappers in the world, including the US. And it's like, knowing that this was up your sleeve, it makes sense why you're saying it now. Yeah,
of course. You know, Drake always has something up his sleeve when he says stuff like that. It's always very pointed.
Super calculated. But then, you know, we saw the UK artists going back and forth with you know, some of the US artists, and I know we spoke about it last week. We don't got to get back to it, but yeah, it seems like he kind of knew something before it happened, and you know, he might be tapping in over there the way he used to tap in over here.
The stream had a couple songs embedded throughout. Okay. So it was like he was kind of like previewing a couple joints. Some of them he had previewed the Central C song when he was overseas at Wireless, I believe. So that wasn't something that was new, but there was like a couple other, like especially at the end, there was something else that he had previewed, but the visual was really dark. It was really creepy. There was a scene where he was being chased by Pinocchio. So you could read into that what you will. There was a lot going on. It was definitely worth checking out. I think it was like 45 minutes long, 50 minutes long. It wasn't a short thing. There was a lot to dissect. And you know, with Drake, everything has meaning to it.
Oh yeah.
So it's worth giving it a watch.
Multiple meanings.
Yep.
Listen, in other Drake news, he has postponed his third Manchester show on the 28th due to travel logistics, quote unquote travel logistics. I don't know where you was traveling to and how quickly, but you were just there for the 25th and the 26th doing the same show. So as you could only imagine, fans are not happy whatsoever. And again, this says postponed, so this date will be coming up eventually. We just have zero idea when that'll actually be.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
Air Drake can't make it.
Yeah, right. Listen. We're talking about people doing shows. These SeaWorld performances have been getting a lot of attention. Have you been checking any of these things out?
Yeah, my friend lives in San Diego, so she's been sending them to me, and I'm trying to get her to go to one.
So, I'm in Orlando a lot, and when I go down to like Disney Springs, it's often I don't even know what they call it downtown. It's whatever they updated it
Disney Springs,
right? You know,
yeah.
So when you go down there, you know, like you could walk past somebody performing, and it'll just be seats filled, and it's like an attraction for the day. It's not why you came here, but it's something dope that's happening while you're here. I've been down to Disney Springs, and I've caught what's my man's name? WizKid. at the House of Blues out there. But
That's fire.
yeah. No, that was an amazing show, and it was way before he was.
I'm a little bit jealous.
As big as he is now. But we've seen Soulja Boy and Bow Wow do a performance there. We've seen Fat Joe do a performance there. I know people are talking crazy, like, you know, Fat Joe didn't get the crowd rocking, but I think there's more context to it. Like, this isn't a Fat Joe show. This isn't like his tour stop and nobody was there and nobody was moving. You know what I mean? This is people with their kids. This is people from different countries traveling for the weekend. Like, not everybody in the building is going to be a Fat Joe fan or familiar to the point where they would even call themselves a fan. Again,
that's a weird venue to see Fat Joe in.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a whale joke somewhere in here, but we gonna chill out. You know, but the newest person to join this lineup of artists coming to SeaWorld was Waka Flocka, and it seemed like he had the crowd super turned. But on the flip
that's
side,
where
Waka is all about energy.
I was gonna say, like, that seems like it could work in that type of setting, whereas I would think a Fat Joe that could be a miss in a setting like that. I think that takes a special kind of artist and a special kind of vibe for that to work.
Yeah, I mean, Fat Joe's a big artist, no pun intended, but like, he's big on the East.
Yeah.
So even to think that, like, yeah, we're talking about San Diego, like, yo, to be dropped off at a aquarium in Cali, like, how did y'all think that he was gonna move? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But since we're mentioning artists that have performed at SeaWorld, Bow Wow, Soulja Boy have just announced a joint album. You think that's something that the people are looking forward to?
I don't know. I can't call it. I mean, Bow Wow has kind of been lit lately, so.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Use Me we've been playing on here a lot. You know, the Super Fire record, him and Hitmaker. I think Hitmaker kind of, if he's ever locks in with an artist, he definitely locks in with an artist for more than one song. So I feel like he'll have a lot of influence, maybe even executive produce, as just a guess of mine, you know, for this Bow Wow and Soulja Boy project. But I feel like it's also been a while. I mean, other than artist and producer duos, we haven't really seen two rap duos do an album in a while.
And when's the last time Soulja Boy has dropped anything? And what was it?
Rick and Morty. Maybe I'd say this is like 5 years ago.
Okay. So it's been a little while.
Yeah, it was, you know, with the Smeeze dance and a little viral, I guess you could say. Yeah,
it'll be interesting. It's always interesting to see what Soulja Boy does.
Yeah, I wonder what the sound's going to be like. I wonder if it's going to be a cohesive project. I wonder, you know, when a single gets to running, how big this could be for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who do you think should be performing at SeaWorld next?
I don't know. It has to be somebody super lit.
You think you can see the clips out there?
At SeaWorld?
At SeaWorld.
I don't know. I feel like they're kind of like, I feel like a SeaWorld is kind of like somebody that's was lit, maybe doesn't really have it going on right now. Like, I feel like the clips have like too much of a buzz right now that they're kind of like above SeaWorld. You know what I mean? And that also, I don't know. I feel like maybe not the right energy for SeaWorld.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Pusha T going through and doing it with his bro, you know. I ain't talking about fish scales. I'm talking about fish scales.
I want to see Michael Jackson do the Free Willy song at SeaWorld.
I mean, yeah, if we get the...
in a perfect world.
What was that they had when Tupac was performing at you know what I'm talking about?
No, what one?
The hologram.
Oh God, no, Jesus Lord!
You know, you get a Michael Jackson hologram. I think that would go crazy.
It probably would actually.
So I heard about a tour that's going down with a new addition to it, and I'm super hyped to hear this for her. I'm not going to say that I'm going to check it out, but I might. Right? So there is the Where the Party At tour with Nelly and Ja Rule. Right? We've been seeing these big 2000s throwback type concerts going crazy, tours going crazy, but they are going to be joined on tour by Eve.
Interesting.
Doing it big for the ladies.
She's coming out of retirement?
Yeah, you know, she stepped away from the music for a long time. You know, she's living very comfortably, to say the least. You know, she's been married, you know, kind of off the radar, doing her own thing. I know she had her show a couple years ago, which didn't perform the best. But yeah, to see her back on tour, I think the Nelly, the Ja Rule, the Eve, it gives it enough diversity, even though it's all the same time period. And it's going to be a 27-city summer tour, so we're probably going to be seeing that later this summer.
Man, that's crazy. That's a lot of cities.
Yeah, but I mean, you can knock that out in a month.
I'm here for it.
That might be running like all of August.
I'm here for it.
You know, would you go check it out? You know, it's funny. I think we were joking. This was off the air. Maybe like a couple weeks ago. We were talking to Rich and Loso, and I think Jig might have been in the background somewhere too. We're talking about going to see Ja Rule, like it, as if it's like a running joke as of late. You know. Now you were around for this, as was I. It's like I truly think that people forget who Ja Rule was prior to 50 Cent kind of coming around and cleaning them up.
Yeah, he was that guy.
Prior to
Hit Factory,
the Fire Festival, prior to all of that, like when, you know, and this might be a little history class for some listeners, right? In the 90s, mid 90s to late 90s, when we talk about like how nowadays, or maybe 2 years ago, maybe not nowadays, but that like Kendrick, Cole, and Drake were the big three. And let's say 98, Ja Rule, DMX, and Jay-Z were the big three.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? There was nobody hotter than them. You know what I mean? Jay-Z was asking to get on Ja Rule records, not the other way around.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And even going forward, like they were supposed to be a collective at one point in time, but you know that got derailed.
Can I get a?
That was supposed to be Murder Inc. Murder Inc. was supposed to be the trio of Jay-Z, DMX, Ja Rule. You know, the Ja Rule and DMX fell out. They had their own problems with one another. And Jay-Z was just super about his business and about his bread. So, you know, he don't want to be associated with that. And you know, he had Dame, Ja Rule had Irv, you know, DMX had DNY, and you know,
and the rest is history.
Yeah, that's where the chips fell. You know what I mean? All people that made a lane for themselves, made a name for themselves, and are still, no matter what anybody or the internet says, all three of them legendary acts to go see in person. So if you got the chance, you got the opportunity to go see Ja Rule, definitely make sure you go check Ja Rule. Nelly, you know what I mean?
Listen, he went diamond. There's people out there that want to see him.
Hey, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. And Eve, I feel like just putting on super big for the ladies. Who's that girl? Blow your mind. You know what I mean? Ride or die chick. Listen, she got bangers herself, man.
For sure.
Tambourine, even the more you know, top 40-ish songs. Like
and like I said, it's been a while since she's done anything, so it's exciting to see her coming back and out there again.
Love Is Blind. That was a song that was ahead of its time.
Yo, I like First Lady of Rough Riders.
Pitbull in a skirt. Pitbull in a skirt, for real. What else we got? Oh, another album that we waiting on. You know, a dope artist, probably one of everyone's top 5 producers at the least. Rock Marciano and DJ Premier are coming out with an album in August. Are you a Rock Marciano fan?
Yeah, I do enjoy some Rock Marciano. I do enjoy some DJ Premier production too.
Yeah, so obviously you normally hear Rock Marciano. He's done joints with like Harry Fraud, Alchemist, you know, other producers, but I honestly love Rock Marciano on Rock Marciano joints.
Yeah.
But to hear him on DJ Premier, obviously going to be a lot more drums involved than what we're used to with Rock Marciano. You know, definitely some scratching and things like that. So I feel like as much as it still stays within a very of the essence hip hop realm, this is going to be more energetic than most Rock Marciano projects that we've ever heard. So
I feel like we're seeing a lot of these classic producers now working with these newer artists and giving us these throwback feels.
Yeah. I mean, Rock Marciano's been going crazy. You know, he's one of them people, like, I think he's one of the first dudes that really showed you, maybe like before Russ, before, you know, a lot of these people, just showing you, I don't got to be world famous to do well in life off of my music. You know,
yeah, he's one of those artists that he's never hit that superstar level, but he's always done well for himself.
You know, prior to Nipsey Hussle, he was doing the direct to consumer. Like, you know what I mean? You could buy this and I'll send it to you. You could buy the vinyl, I'll send it to you. You could, you know what I mean? The bundles, all of that. But it's like, it's out the mud. Like, it's me doing it myself. It's not my team. It's not this huge conglomerate backing me.
We did an interview with Great God once upon a time, and he talked about working with Rock Marciano.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. But yeah, you know what I mean? I think whatever they got to come, I don't know. There's no single yet, but whatever it is, it's gonna be crack for sure. Speaking of crack, actually, you know what? I seen a news article come through the other day, and I was like, yo, we got to talk about this on the show right here, right?
Scared.
Have you heard of this alleged butt sniffer?
No.
Yo, so there's this dude basically getting arrested for, you know, being a creep and walking behind women and still sniffing their butt.
Yo, that's terrible.
Nah, I know that's not funny because I saw an interview with the girl. Well, I guess who was his second
victim
that actually got him arrested the second time. I'm gonna try to pull something up real quick just so I could give you a little bit better backstory.
What is wrong with people?
Khalees Karan Crowder, 38, of Glendale, California, right? He was arrested Tuesday again for allegedly sniffing a woman's buttocks at a Nordstrom rack in Burbank. He is a registered sex offender. He was already arrested for this same exact crime like I mentioned. They had security footage that actually showed him following the girl, getting down, crouching, like basically on his knees behind her as she's like looking at books. But what's crazy is she felt, there's something about a presence where you know somebody's watching you. You know somebody, you know what I mean, just got eyes on you. You know that feeling. You know what I mean? Yo, she actually propped up her phone right in front of her on the bookshelf to catch him behind her.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they actually, you know, he left his Barnes and Noble, but they actually found him shortly in the same shopping center at a Walmart. You know,
so he didn't even like leave the area.
Nah, not at all. You know, and she was reading the 4 agreements. I don't know, just like, you know, some books got that like that cover that you always remember. That's what she was checking out. She was reading the 4 agreements while this dude was being a creep and running up behind her. Yeah, for sure. So, all out creep. It's getting crazy. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't heard of that. I felt like that was like one of the things that was going like super viral.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that at all.
You know, so,
the Lord was protecting me.
Yeah, nah, most definitely. I want to talk about movies. Have you seen anything lately? Anything good on Netflix? Anything good on Hulu? You know, any of these other streaming platforms?
I was binging Entourage.
Okay.
And then I tried to find the Entourage movie, and it's not streaming anywhere, and that was depressing for me.
Okay, so you were going through some real throwback shows.
Yeah, 8 seasons.
There you go. So listen, speaking of throwbacks and classics, I gotta come here and bring out a truth, right? This Happy Gilmore Part 2 got released over the weekend.
Everyone keeps talking about it.
I went to go check it out. Now, if you are an Adam Sandler fan, you know this is kind of where a lot of joints start at. Like, you know what I mean? Between this and what was the other joint? The Billy Madison and you know, listen, I think they really tried to ride the coattail of Part 1 more than they needed to. Like, everything was like rooted in forcing the nostalgia onto you more so than just making this movie a good one. And I felt like they overcompensated with trying to get cameos. There was Eminem,
Jesus, that's a big cameo.
Bad Bunny. I'm trying to think who else. They had Cam and Mace on there as doing It Is What It Is.
Really?
Yeah, like playing as themselves on It Is What It Is. You know what I mean? But Billy Madison Happy Gilmore makes the news, and they talking sports news about him.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, so it's good to I thought it was dope to incorporate, things like that, what's going on right now, even something more on the urban realm, not just, finding the dudes from, ESPN or nothing like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be real that I put it on. I tried to watch it maybe 2 times. Both times it didn't even keep my interest like that. It really just turned into background music.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, definitely check it out. Let me know what your take is. I'm open to hearing other people's point of view, but that was really just what I took away from it. It wasn't.
Yeah, I have to see if it's on the Fire Stick because I refuse to pay for Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that mature in my life.
So you got the cracked Fire Stick.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen that before, but it's kind of like everyone's sharing one account. Like everyone who has it is sharing one account, kind of.
Yeah, we'll talk off.
Okay.
I don't want to let the world know my business.
They're about to kick in the door right now. NFL radio on the ground. Dang. All right. Yeah, you definitely gonna have to let me know about that because I'm paying entirely too much for a variety of streaming apps that I
really
don't watch. I mean, I got Peacock because I think there was like a one-time event on it. I think I got I paid for HBO because something else was gonna be on that too. Maybe a show that was just coming out that I wanted to watch one time. Still got that. Still paying for that.
Yeah, when I tell you what I pay, I'm gonna blow your mind for it because it's for the whole year. And I have like pay-per-view like movies that are still in the theater, like 7,500 channels.
Yeah.
International channels.
So, and I don't watch nothing on Hulu, so I pretty much would say that I only watch like Prime and Netflix. But speaking of things that are coming out for all my wrestling fans out there, there is a show, I'm forgetting the name of it off the top of my head, but it's a show, I think it's called Unreal, and it is basically giving you the behind the scenes like never seen before of how they kind of curate, these WWE events, even like Monday Night Raw, like just seeing how they go, creating the storyline or putting other things together to where it like, this is how it all comes together. And, they talk about scripts and they talk about, what direction they're going to move in, who should be having the title next, when they should be defending it next. So just a better glimpse. I think there was always a thing of like, we want to make sure that wrestling isn't perceived to be fake. You know what I mean? Because it's not fake. It's scripted. And I think there's definitely a difference between people fake fighting and the show being scripted are 2 totally different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think anything else that we were watching. For those of y'all that haven't, man, make sure y'all go watch that Javon to the M interview. It's on YouTube right now. I sat down with him, do a little rollout for his album. His album just came out on Friday, across the states. Yeah, definitely go check that out. A dope listen. A lot of people have been anticipating that product, that final product. And yeah, dope little body of work right there, man. Shout out to my guy.
You finally get to spin that Arizona record? Yeah,
for sure. I've been sometimes I be breaking the rules. I think I just remembered after I was like, I've never played this nowhere. I think I ended up recalling that it wasn't that joint, but he got a joint called Bring the Love Back, and I actually put it in a mix that I curated for a clothing line. Shout out to Nwanda. And yeah, I kind of spilled the beans on that, but it's like, sometimes you need that push of like, yo, you're not gonna drop it,
I'm gonna leak it.
It's gonna get, you know what I mean? Yeah, the feedback is gonna be good. People are gonna really rock with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me? You don't believe me? Watch.
I'll show you.
Yeah, pretty much. But I feel like we got to get to our favorite segment of the show. Not that segment of the show, not the Diddy one. The
one where we get to give advice.
you know, and I haven't read this one before, so it's gonna come out how it comes out, right? I'm in a relationship with my boyfriend for 4+ years. I'm 25, he's 26. I want to get married by 27 or 28. Our families know about us. He really does a lot for me and my family. My mother really likes him. Everything's good. But the only thing that has been bothering me since the past few months is that he lives in a rented home. Even though that home is 4 bedrooms, he comes from a rich background. I told him I want to marry someone who has his own stuff. He called me words like gold digger and stuff. But I'm sure if he had a sister and his parents had to find a guy for her, their first or maybe second priority would be for sure that he owns a home. I mean, I don't know. Even if the house is small, I want it to be his. I get mixed thoughts about this every time. We had a fight today. I told him I will never marry you. Oh, I will marry you if you buy a house. He said, you can leave me if I don't fulfill your wishes according to your timeline, but one day I will definitely be buying one. Ugh, what do I do? Yo, you can't put your expectations on dude and that he needs to move on a particular timeline. If his family got money and he comes from money and he's a dude that's 25 renting a 4-bedroom crib anyway, he could buy a house.
Yeah, okay. So this is when like I hear these things and I'm just like, the dating pool is trash.
It's like you want him to be on the type of time. I don't know what type of friends you got going around you. I don't know who your friends are dating. You know what I mean? Or what you even, maybe you just living up to social media type things. But demanding that your man at 25 years old has a house before you marry him, it's like, that's not it don't got to be a prerequisite.
And she wants him to buy the house. She doesn't want to buy it with him.
Where do you live? You said nothing about that. Who do you live with? You're talking about, he does so much for me and my family. My mom really loves him. It sounds like you live with your family.
And you're not trying to do this as like a joint venture? Like you don't want to get married and buy a house together? You want him to buy you a house, basically?
Yeah, because I guess that sounds like you would have to be putting in the work to do so. So why not? If I could,
I don't know. If I was him, I would leave her. That's my advice.
Yeah, if he's doing well for himself and his family was already doing well, probably
Let him cook.
Well,
Let him cook now.
Not to sound rude.
Let him cook.
Yeah, it sounds like he
It sounds like everything's going good for him except for you.
Yeah.
If we keep it 1,000, lay off of that man.